everybody. So, I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually say it on here anywhere, but a couple weeks ago, it was my birthday. I finally turned 18. Yay, adulthood and whatnot. And I decided for my birthday that as sort of, I guess, I don't really know how to put it. It wasn't rebellion. My parents were perfectly okay with it. My dad wasn't exactly happy about what I got, but, you know, he didn't care too much that I was actually getting it. But I got my very first tattoo. The excitement and nervousness was real at the time, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. How it went was I went in on the Tuesday after my birthday, and I had my boyfriend and a friend of mine with me, and I was really hoping to get it done that day, simply because the place that I go to, it's called Bite the Bullet. It's in Junction City, Kansas. None of you probably even know where that is, but that's okay. And I was really hoping to get it done on that day because it's all walk-ins is what they do. Unfortunately, it was military payday. It was the 1st of October, and absolutely everyone that wanted tattoos was in there on that day. So I ended up not getting it done. I watched a couple other people get theirs done. It didn't bother me too bad because none of them were getting it done where I got mine. So that day, because I know the lady who works there personally, she took down what I wanted to get and drew it up for me that night, and then I came in the next day, and I actually got it done that day. While I was waiting to get it done, there were a couple other people in there getting tattoos and whatnot. The first guy that was getting something done while I was in there was actually getting it done on his ribs, which was where I wanted mine. And he was over there in the chair, you know, all moaning and groaning, and it was mildly terrifying for me because, you know, there's this big guy over there getting a tattoo on his ribs, and I'm just absolutely terrified. I don't know, I was, you know, I kept looking at my boyfriend because he came in with me the second day. My friend didn't, she couldn't. But I just kept looking at him like, I don't know if I can do this kind of thing, you know. I was absolutely terrified. So after he was done, there was another guy in there that was getting it done on the back of his elbow. He had sleeves. And I was, you know, kind of calming down at this point. There was nobody over there making strange noises and scaring the crap out of me. And so I'm just kind of chilling out, you know, sitting, they have futons in there, just kind of sitting there chilling out, looking at the artwork on the walls and everything. The artists in there are amazing. There's only two people that work there. There's the boss, Ira, and then the woman who did mine, Andrea. And, I mean, like I said, I was pretty chill at that point in time. Nothing was really bothering me. And then she called me out to look at what she'd drawn up. You know, and she curved it because obviously nobody's body is perfectly stays perfectly straight. So, you know, she asked me, is that okay? You know, I can change it if you want. I was like, you're the artist kind of thing, you know. You're the one who knows what looks good, so I'm just going to let you take your artistic ability. As long as it has the words I want, that's all that matters. So she finished drawing it up and made up the stencil. At this point in time, I was shaking like no other. It was absolutely terrifying. Like, I didn't even, oh, it was so scary. So she called me over there finally and, you know, put deodorant on my side. I was a little confused about that at first, but then she explained that it helps the stencil to stick. So she put the stencil on. It ended up being a little crooked, so, or no, it wasn't crooked. It was too far forward to the front. So she moved it back. Had me go look at it in the mirror, obviously, and it was still blue at that point in time. I was like, ew, I don't like the blue. But obviously the ink is black, so whatever. But then she had me, like, adjust myself in the chair and put a towel under my back because it's on my ribs, so that I was kind of tilted up toward her. And this is when the nerves really kicked in. I honestly kind of felt like I might throw up a little bit, but I never did. I didn't pass out or anything either, which was amazing. So I'm just kind of laying there in the chair, and the needle starts up, and I'm like, bracing for the pain. I'm like, oh my god, she's gonna start. She asked me, are you ready? And I was just like, kind of freaking out, I was like, I guess I'm as ready as I'm getting, so go ahead. And she started towards my back and worked her way around. It hurt. It hurt really bad, I'm not even gonna lie. Obviously, I don't have much covering my ribs, so, toward the back, it wasn't nearly as bad. It just kind of felt like a hot knife in a way. That was actually my friend's description of hers, but, it works really well. It's a great description of it. It felt like a hot knife toward the back, and then once she got around toward the front, you had that, plus the fact that it was vibrating on my bone, and it was just absolute torture. I'm not gonna lie, I yelled and cussed a lot. I only said the F word once. I was really proud of myself for that. But yeah, it was definitely painful. Honestly, for my scale, and I feel I have a fairly high pain tolerance. I've gone through a lot of things. I'd probably put it about 7.5, maybe 8. It really, really hurt, and that could, be because, first of all, the ribs are a pretty sensitive area, you can feel everything there. Second, I don't have much covering the actual bone, so, that hurt a bit. The pain was definitely worth it. I am absolutely in love with my tattoo. I got it about 3 weeks ago now, so I'm about halfway in through the healing process. Like anything else, it takes about 6 to 8 weeks to heal. Mine's healed really quickly the entire time, so I don't think there's going to be any problem with that. But I guess now is the time that I should show you. If you can see there, it's kind of hard to read, not especially on camera. It's kind of hard to read on camera. It says, "Who we are isn't how we live. We are more than our bodies." And it is part of the Black Veil Bride's song, "In the End." I really like the entire song, but to me, this particular quote stuck out from it as a bit different of a meaning than the rest of the song together. When I think of that, I think, I don't want to go into huge detail about it, but honestly, I've struggled with some eating disorders. It started out as bulimia, and then I suppose you could call it anorexia binge purge subtype. I've honestly never gone and gotten help from it. My family doesn't really know about it. I suppose maybe at the time they had suspicions, maybe knew a little bit, joked about it with me a lot, I'm not gonna lie, but, not very many people actually knew about it, especially at the time. I am recovered. I do have times where I kind of start to feel like I might be slipping back, which is part of the reason I got this tattoo. We're more than our bodies. We are not what we look like or how we live or, what we go through on a daily basis. We are who we are inside, our personalities, our minds, just what we do for other people. And that means a lot to me, and so I got it as kind of a reminder when I'm feeling low to say, hey, just remember this, you're stronger than that, don't go back to it, kind of thing. And it means a lot to me. So, no, I don't think I will ever regret getting this, even, as I get older, if the sort of meaning behind it changes, I guess, or evolves more. It will still always have meaning to me, and so I do not believe I will ever regret it. Now that the happy part's done, a little bit about how it healed. First of all, for the first couple days, it still hurt. Wearing clothing absolutely sucked, because I'd wear, shirts and it'd just rub on it, and it would kind of feel like having a cheese grater being pulled across your skin. It was not pleasant. Then, after the pain stopped, the itching came, obviously, for anyone who might be watching this that has tattoos of their own. The itching is honestly probably worse than the pain in my opinion. It was just awful. 'Cause it's like that kind of itch that you just want to scratch and dig at, but you know you can't because if you do, it's gonna ruin your tattoo. Like I don't even know how to explain it. The itching was just so intense and so constant. I thought I might end up going insane. The itching lasted about 5 or 6 days, and then just completely quit. Now, like, I don't even feel it. When you run your hand across it, the ink is still a little bit raised, but it's going away more and more as time goes past. So far, I haven't had any, like, visible scarring on it or anything. The ink hasn't spread on mine at all. I'm going to be honest, for the first couple nights, I was absolutely terrified because I was told don't put a lot of pressure on it. You know, sometimes when you get a new tattoo, people will walk by you and smack it, you know, as a haha, it hurts kind of thing, you know, like they do with sunburns. And I was, like, so protective of my side. Like, I'd literally be walking down the hallway in school just with my hands like this, just walking so that nobody, you know, so that nobody touched it. I mean, for the most part, I feel like mine healed really well and really quickly. Like, I don't even feel it most of the time anymore. It doesn't itch or anything. Obviously, I'm not afraid to sleep on it anymore, so that's good. Because I flop around in my sleep, and the first couple nights were torture because, like, I can't sleep on my side, you know, and it really bothered me. But, I mean, it's healed pretty well. The only aftercare I really had to do was, when I got in the shower, I'd wash it with, like, antibacterial hand soap. And, for the first night, and apparently other people have been told different, but I was told that the first night I needed to leave the bandage on for 2 hours, and then once I took it off, I just let it air for about an hour or so, and then I went and took a shower because I got it done at night, so, you know, I had school the next day and needed to take a shower and everything, so I went and took a shower, washed it with the hand soap in the shower, and then I was told that you don't put the cream on it until 24 hours after you've taken the bandage off. So for the next day, I just left it alone, didn't mess with it. That was when it was still hurting anyway, so, like, it's not like it was itching or anything, and I felt like I needed to put the cream on it. But, then the next night, I took a shower again and washed it, you know. I've done that, like, every night for the first week or so. And then they gave me these nifty, these nifty little packets of, like, the cream that they tell you to put on it. And they gave me, like, a bunch of them. I only had to use about a third of a packet every time because I guess my tattoo's not exactly huge. I don't know. But I just put the cream on it before bed and then in the morning before I got dressed. And, I mean, it healed really well. The itching sucked. The pain kind of sucked. But yeah, that's my new tattoo. Obviously, I'm not an expert on any of it, so I'm not looking to, like, help anyone with tattoo advice. Obviously, this is just my first tattoo, and I only know what I've been told. So yeah, any questions or comments about my tattoo, or anything that, like, maybe you're wondering about the process or anything that I went through, just let me know. And I really appreciate you guys watching. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys soon on another video. Bye.